I
Stream has started.
know.
What do you
We
mean?
need to start the streaming.
I just started the streaming. Okay. My alarm's beeping shatters the early morning quiet, and I find myself wondering where to find the motivation to rise. Class is quite far off, but I agree to run with Emmy in the mornings. Really, I'm not that interested in running as a hobby, or as even as possible life-threatening exercise. However, I feel obligated to follow through with my promise to Emmy yesterday, which is why I found myself throwing some running short, light t-shirt. The cool morning. Why is there no audio? Weird. Did I mess with something? No, probably not. The morning cool air caresses my face as the morning shine causes the dew on this grass to sparkle near blind me as first. As I make my way down the track, an ugly thought strikes me. What if some sort of joke that Emmy's playing on me? Would that surprise me really? Hell, I'd probably do it the new guy too. At the very least, I'm sure Emmy and Ren made the bets on whether or not I'd actually show up. I feel a sense of trepidation as the track comes into view.
You're late.
It would seem that Emmy is already here. What a relief. Not according to my watch. We're both early, in fact.
Damn, you've got me there.
Emmy's sitting on the bleachers, decked out on her running gear, waiting patiently for me. I'm glad you're actually here. I was afraid that was a joke or something.
Nah, I'd never make someone get up early for nothing. Plus, Ren owes me 500 yen now. She didn't think you'd actually show up.
See? I was like, they probably bet on this. And we were right. I knew it! Nice to know Emmy was on my side at least. Emmy hops off the bleachers and begins stretching out. She remarkably lithe, almost like a dancer. I set out and stretch as well, but then realized I don't exactly remember how to stretch properly. It's been ages since I stretched for anything. If you don't count the one stint at running last week. And even then, I don't actually stretch beforehand.
Joined.
Hello, CJ Hex. A spectator is long hospital stay raises up again. I can't say I was all that active before the hospital stay, though, so my just been more arose. Emmy giggles as she watches me stretch out.
No, Hisao, you've got to hold it for longer than that.
I'm trying. Kinda hurts a little.
That's because you're out of shape. You gotta get some flexibility in you, like this.
Are you gonna do this to me?
That's me. I'm like, I can't touch my toes, but I can touch my knees.
Alright, can you like push me so I can touch my toes?
Puts her head through her legs. Emmy, how?
To demonstrate.
Just how?
I used to be able to do it when I was a kid, because I'm somewhat flexible. And also...
I would legitimately fall on my face if I tried to do that.
Demonstrate, Emmy reaches down and puts her head between her legs. Oh god. God bless you, Emmy. I see. Is that the sort of thing I should strive for?
Of course! Flexibility is important for any runner. You'll be able to go faster the more you stretch out.
Oh god. That makes no sense to me, but Emmy seems to believe it's true. With Emmy's help...
going to kill this boy.
I'm already dead. Mayowa Moshinderu. I managed to stretch myself out properly. I can't help but notice that when she thinks about how to explain things to me, her mouth scrunches up in concentration. It's adorable.
Not bad, Hisao. Come on, we better start running.
Hey, Brayden. Hey!
We'll start off with just a mile, okay?
Stretching
Joined.
out.
We have yours?
Yes, my friend is here.
STRETCHINGOUT.
Oh, more people came.
Dark Tamer 1089. Welcome to the
I
channel.
muted your server. Why is it doing that? That's 4 laps around the track. Got it?
That sounds fine to me. This shouldn't be too hard, right? A hazy memory of running a mile in gym class surfaces in my mind. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Emmy sets pretty good pace, and I had fallen behind her.
Try to keep up, okay, Hassan?
Roger. We round the first curve without incident, though I already feel my heart race, increasingly steady. By the second curve, I start to breathe through my mouth. Emmy doesn't even seem to be breaking a sweat. As if punctuating her superiority, she turns around and starts running backwards.
You doing okay, Hassan?
Never better.
Oh, really? Maybe I should speed up then.
Like, no. Oh, no. Wouldn't want you to overexert yourself. My heavy panting and wheezing makes the statement less convincing than I had hoped. Amy simply smiles and turns around again.
I mean, it's like, what is wrong with you, child?
Cough, cough. I guess I'm bringing this. You're the boss, Asao. Well, we'll stay this pace. I get the feeling that I'm getting mocked.
Yeah, I can't see it, that's why I'm not reading it.
Oh, okay. Do I have to restart the thing?
It'll probably pop back up. Yeah, still no.
And also, like, you're very robotic.
I'd totally voice act this.
People said I'd totally voice act this. Also, all the notifications everywhere. If I weren't such terrible shit, I'd probably feel offended. By the third lap, my breath is coming at raged gasps. I also washed at my own sweat. Gross. The round to the curve starts the fourth lap, and Emmy looks back at me with a grin. I guess I'm still reading. Here we go! He takes off with blind speed while I subordinately stick into a slower pace. By the time I get to the first turn, she's already round to the second. You can't hear me, can you? Oh no. Hello? As I stroll across the back, Emmy continues running and catches up to me. You there? Okay. Come on, Hisao! You can do it! I'd answer her, but I'm too focused on getting air in my lungs and ignoring...
Hear you. I can't hear the other voice though.
No, that's what I'm saying. The other voice is, has technical difficulties. I'm too focused on getting air in my lungs and ignoring the burning of my legs muscles. Part of me wants to say something like, maybe you can, but I'm about to die here. But again, I doubt I can actually form words right now. Emmy keeps pace with me.
I'm back finally.
Where did you go?
I had to restart Discord 3 times.
Oh gosh, no. Can you see now?
It also took about an hour to connect, so let's go.
I know, right? As I round the second turn and cross the finish line, her sprint seems to have gotten her sweating. It's actually caused her shirt to turn slightly translucent. It seems like she's wearing black sports bra. I feel a vague stab of guilt of being the sort of guy who stares at the girl's chest, but my legs and chest are burning so badly I can't bring myself to care that much.
Not bad for your first efforts, though.
Kind of you to say so. Emmy seems to be, if not out of breath, at least breathing a little more heavy than she was before we started running. I must have been in sprint that did it.
Hey, I've got to get a few sprints in. You should walk around the track to cool down. We can stretch out, and then we'll be all done, okay?
Sounds great. My
Thanks,
legs on.
Al. I can run a mile.
My legs are on fire. My breathing is so heavy, but surprisingly, my heart seems to be taking the strain well. Another triumph for medical science, I suppose.
You should put your hands behind your head. It makes it easier to catch your breath.
Sound like a robot.
I know.
How do you know?
Because I can tell.
Alright. Surprisingly, she's right. I begin to stroll down the track happy, and I feel my breath coming back to me. Oh gosh. There's a blur of Emmy sprints by me. Watching her run is absolutely fantastic. It's not just because she's a prosthetics though.
Throwzilla, welcome to the channel.
Hey, welcome Throwzilla. No.
Emmy is a robot.
Yes, Emmy is a robot. Though that is
She's
interesting.
a cyborg.
Yes. Well, yeah, cyborg. No, the first thing I thought of when you said cyborg was booyah! It's really
Wow.
have you ever heard of something called the Teen Titans?
No.
Okay then. The first interesting thing in her way was face change. Okay. You read comics, right?
Yes.
You don't like DC, do you?
I like Harley Quinn.
Though I can only catch glimpses of it as she runs by, and her eyes seem to come alive with a fierce joy, as there's nothing else in the world but her and the track. By the time I've gotten the final stretch, Amy seems to have finished her sprinting. She breathes heavy now, but she's wearing a satisfied grin on her face. She waves at me and cheers as I near her.
Feeling better, right?
Actually, yeah.
Do you want to take another lap with me? I've got to cool down too, you know.
Part of me would rather sit down and not move, but something tells me that would be a bad idea. Besides, if I sit down, there may be no getting back up again. Sure, why not? Emmy's got her hands behind her head now, as well, which makes her seem very relaxed. The position of her arms pull her shirt upwards ever so slightly, as so that I can see small strips of her belly. Welcome, Ellie, for you.
Joined.
And bye there. I do my best to act the gentleman and not look at the contrast of her skin against the red shorts rather arrestingly.
So, how do you feel, Hisao?
Surprisingly good, actually. I'm sore and tired, but surprisingly good. As soon as I say it, I realize that it's true.
Joined.
Hey, Jotto. Sure, part of me wants to lay down and die, but I feel like I've accomplished something. At most, I, glow through the body that perished despite of soreness.
Yeah, that's the runner's high.
Runner's high?
Yeah, it has something to do with adrenaline?
I made things for a moment, and we walked to try to remember. Then she shrugs and grins at me.
I don't actually remember. It's a good feeling, though, isn't it? Better than sex, right?
How would she know?
I
Kafka.
don't know. Because she's 4'5" and she's still a senior, and she's clearly had sex. Emmy.
I opened my mouth to respond shortly before processing what she just said. ... Emmy watches my face for a few moments before bursting into laughter.
Do I still sound like a robot?
Do you? No?
Do I?
No?
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't resist. You're just too easy.
Why did I agree to run with you again? Emmy just laughs harder, and then she holds my forearm and tilts. It's allowing her to get a better view of my watch. Her face changes the moment she sees the time.
know. We'd better get on. On a move now. So. Didn't read that. Okay. Class is in an hour, and I need to shower.
I should probably do that as well.
Need to see the nurse too. Maybe he'll write a note for being late.
Why do you need to see the nurse? Amy points at her prosthetics as if they would explain everything.
It's important to check for deterioration.
Irritation?
Okay. Like what? You know, from sweat or friction or anything. Normally I go after practice, but if we're going to be doing these morning runs, then I guess I'll see him twice a day.
Wait, so Emmy has only started doing these runs since I showed up? If it's more convenient for you to run it with me in a later time...
Don't be silly. I've meant to start running in the morning for a while now. But if I didn't have a partner to run with, it'd be less likely to keep up a routine. It's always harder to blow off a commitment if you're going to let someone else down, you know? So you'll be my running partner for the mornings. We both need the exercise, so it works out, don't you think?
Yeah, perfect. It did have to be me, though. Well, I guess I can't complain too much. Emmy's pretty fun to hang out with. And she's right. I do need exercise, doctor's orders even.
Goodbye.
Emmy waves a quick goodbye to me.
Right, I'm off. Come have lunch with us, okay?
What?
Lunch. You know, the meal in the middle of the day. Come have it with us.
Where?
On the rooftop. Ren likes it up there.
Of course she does. When?
Yeah. Lunchtime? When else? That was a silly question.
Yeah, but I sort of felt like I need to ask all three of the complete sake. Emmy laughs and grins. I don't think I've ever seen a girl smile so much before. Cough, cough.
Not bad, Hasao. See ya.
With that, she takes off with a shot of school building. I guess she's going to go see the nurse first. I hurry back to my room and hop into a shower, only to find that the water takes a little while to heat up. The shock of the cold water nearly kills me. And I managed to warm the water a bit and spend some quality time feeling my muscles loosen. My heart feels surprisingly the least bothered by the run. I suppose the good thing that
Who says I'm not?
oh shit. Even if it makes me feel like a bit of a wuss. I mean, at least I had an excuse beyond I'm out of shape if my heart were bothering me. Guess I have to keep running things up, otherwise I'm sure Emmy won't let me hear the end of it. It's only after I get out and dry myself off that I realize it's only been 10 minutes left to put my clothes on and get to class. Crap. The hands on the clock finally set me free to the titanium of yet another fun-filled class. Getting up to the seats provides to be more problem than I anticipated. My legs are killing me. The morning run. Maybe doing these with Emmy isn't such a hot idea after all. Still, run giving me a hell of an appetite. I'm halfway down the hallway in the cafeteria when I remember I've got my lunch with me. My parents saw it fit to provide me with some prepackaged stuff when I moved in, and a good thing too. The hallway is packed with students headed to the cafeteria. Going back like a swimming upstream, but I've got an appointment to keep up with the rooftop. It takes me a moment to find the staircase leading up to the rooftop, but I'm willing to bet that Emmy and Rin aren't up there by now anyways. In fact, I saw Emmy along the bodies of the hallway heading for the cafeteria. I step out the door to the rooftop and take a deep breath. The fresh air blows against my face and body almost makes my legs hurt less.
Maybe if I'm upside down.
Part of me wants to be surprised that Rin's already up here. That's gonna be an accomplishment. What's that gonna accomplish?
What?
Things in the clouds. Couldn't you just look at them right side up? Ren rolls her eyes and something approaches exasperation. Can't read.
They wouldn't get a new perspective.
Is upside down really a new perspective? I caught her off guard. Ren looks preventive. Why can't I read?
You may have a point. Maybe sideways.
And she's on the floor. As Ren lays down on the bench to look at the sky, I give up. Unfortunately, Emmy chooses the moment to burst through the door carrying 2 bags. She nearly takes the door off the hinges.
Sorry it took me so long. There were a ton of people in line.
She drops the first bag in front of Rin and takes a seat in the bench next to her. You buy Rin's lunch for her?
Sometimes, yeah. I'd have Rin buy my lunch for me in return, but I'm not sure how she'd carry it.
Exactly.
Plus, I'd never buy her lunch.
If Rin offered by Emmy's comment, she doesn't show it. Emmy sniffs.
How ungrateful of you.
I'm not sure whether those two are joking with one another or if I'm witnessing the beginnings of a catfight. The 2 girls stare at each other for a few tense moments before breaking into smiles.
Hey, Emmy, do you think being upside down is a new perspective on things?
Didn't I already have this conversation? Emmy looks thoughtful, apparently giving the question some thought. After a deep and profound pause, she speaks.
I have no idea.
Well, at least it's not. At least she's as lost as I am.
Hey, Sal, are you coming to the track meet, right?
The question comes out of the blue and catches me off guard. I don't know yet.
Honestly, Sal, after I went through
Hello,
all the
smiling
trouble
face
of
with
letting you
open
run
mouth and
with me in the
smiling eyes,
morning, you
thumbs up
won't even
sign.
show up at my track meet.
Welcome.
Hi. Purple, but I don't know. Hey.
Yes.
That's fun.
Wasn't
We
she
have
the...
like 6 viewers now.
How do you know? We have 2
Assuming
viewers.
none of them left.
All of them left. Wasn't she the one who asked me to run with her? Actually, she didn't give me a choice in the matter. Wait, no, I didn't say that. She beams at me as...
Merhaba kiss mark.
Okay. She beams at me if I agree to give her $1 million.
So you will come after all? That's great.
I didn't say that either.
I'll be going too, so I'll make sure he comes. I mean,
Yeah, Rin's our
wait,
guardian
Rin's running.
now. No, I'm pretty
I
sure
wanna
she's
see
the
that.
audience.
Oh, okay.
In the bleachers. Like your Rin's, he was like, I'm gonna make sure he comes.
Good idea, Ren. Maybe we can get
Hello
some
there.
food or something after the meet's over.
I see you typed. I feel like I've just been coned, but not by these two. More like some outside force pulling me irrevocably towards my destiny. Yeah, that was the Emmy route.
Yeah,
I had no choice. I had no choice. It just pulled me in. It was like, what? Or maybe...
It gets you.
Or maybe I shouldn't read books that feature conspiracy theories so heavily. Otherwise, I might wind up sounding like Kenji. Yes, embrace the Kenji.
We didn't get Kenji. There's no way to get Kenji now.
Don't know that.
I know it.
Still, I suppose I've got to show up now. I don't think that I can stand up against both of them being disappointed. I'd never hear the end of it. When is it again?
Next week, silly. I just told you a few days ago.
No, you didn't.
I forgot? Well, you won't forget to come, though, will you?
Cough, cough. I totally won't forget.
Oh my god, she's almost as bad as Shizune in the darn student council.
I was like, oh, you'll join the student council? Yeah, you'll totally join the student council. Like that?
Hey, C-chan will let you keep Australia if you join the student council.
Oh my. Of course I won't. I'll even make a note on the calendar or something. Rin nods sagely. I am the smartest person in the world. I keep everything.
I know everything. Absolutely everything. You are all idiots and you will grovel beneath my feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a good idea, you know, unless time changes its course.
Of course you would know things like this. Rin, the most absolutely smartest person in this game.
Yes, it's not Shizune or Lily. It's Ren. It can do that?
See? She knows about the fabric of time and space.
She's an expert on string theory.
Mm-hmm. Rin gives a non-commental shrug. It's like, eh.
It hasn't yet, but you never know.
Mm-hmm. I got a time machine.
Didn't you know that that's what I do in my free time? That box I sit on? It's a time machine.
Oh my. It's time. It's Emmy who gives a shrug.
I suppose it can't be helped if it happens. Not unless you're a time traveler or something.
Wink. Sorry. Rin is so cool.
You wanted Ren's route, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Which ones did you want?
Rin, Sayori, Hanako. So all of them we're not getting.
Rin, Shizune, and Hanako.
What did I say?
Cool. You said Sayori.
Mm-hmm. Who's Sayori?
Crossover from Doki Doki Literature Club.
Then yes. We wanted Sayori.
Doesn't everyone know?
Wait, I didn't read that, did I?
No. We were too busy talking to each other.
Yes. You don't actually think that would happen, do you?
I don't think we do. Do we?
Wink. Rin shrugs again. That seems to be her default response to everything.
I suppose not, but I reserve the right to change my opinion at a moment's notice.
Mm-hmm. She knows what she's doing. For Rin, the statement makes a disturbing amount of sense. This is what geniuses do. The fact that I realize this now frightens me a bit. I wonder if Emmy gets this feeling all the time. If she does, she's not showing it though. Emmy merely nods.
As expected. What's that supposed to mean?
This time, it's Emmy who shrugs. It's like she's using Rin's own weapons against her.
Your response is the sort of thing I'd expect from you, that's all.
Ooh.
Am I really that predictable?
Your unpredictability is really predictable. That kind of thing. Emmy's smile seems bordered on gloating.
Yeah, it's just your unpredictability is really predictable.
Oh my god, I just said that! Legit word for word.
Okay.
Okay.
I just heard 2 Discord pings and I have 0 notifications.
Okay, let me check. I have no notifications. Check my phone. I do not have
What
anything.
the heck?
Well, Melanie sure likes. You saw that.
What?
Well, that's alright then. I don't get the chance to see whether Ren is being serious or not. As the bell rings, I didn't notice the lunch period slipping by at all. We didn't even eat.
No, you just talk.
Yeah. We're too busy with Ren, understanding the meaning of life. Hanging out with these two is far too interesting. Emmy jumps out and looks at the panic in her face.
Oh no, I need to stop by my room to pick up my notebook for the next class. Don't you wish you had the time machine now?
It's like, yeah. Ren seems rather smug.
Don't worry, you can have mine. I'm not using it anyway.
Yeah. This is the whole game is a time machine because we could go back and do a different scene over. This whole game was created by Ren, secretly.
Unless you're me and just don't save.
Yes, unless you don't save. But you wouldn't be very Ren-like if you didn't. I guess you could just use the axe to help you.
Yes.
That's the time machine. Rin seems rather smug as her delivery this line, like she's just won an argument. Emmy ignores Rin's comment.
Sorry, Hasal, but you sure? But could you make sure our garbage gets thrown away?
Ooh.
I usually clean up myself, but I've got to run.
Sure, no problem. Emmy darts away with the urgency I'm starting to expect from her. I don't bother asking Rin why she couldn't help. She already seems to be preoccupied with something else entirely as she wanders off. She probably used to Emmy taking care of the cleanup, and for some reason I doubt Emmy's ever raised an issue with her. Cleaning up with lunch doesn't take long, as I have plenty of time to toss her garbage and get out of class. Misha greets me with a wave and devious grin as I walk towards the door.
Didn't see you in the cafeteria, Jen.
Yeah, I decided it was too crowded there. Misha grins gets even wider.
Oh, really? Are you sure you weren't participating in
Illicit rendezvous?
Rendezvous.
Yes. Are you not gonna say it? I guess
In an illicit rendezvous.
What? What? What are you talking about?
You were on the roof, right? With both Rin and Emmy, no less. You Casanova, you.
We just had lunch, that's all. Misha burns out laughter, drawing the attention of several of our classmates.
You're so adorable when you blush like that, Hee-chan.
She gives a conspiratorial wink.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
There's no secret. There's no Oh my god, I predicted it.
Oh?
Misha seems disappointed and then she brightens up again.
Time will tell.
I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but blessed our teacher comes in and class starts. Another day of class has finally dragged itself to a close. Unexpectedly, I managed to stay awake for a whole day. I'm pretty sure that counts as a miracle. My legs are unwilling to stand up for the moment. I guess the run took a lot out of me. I head down the hallway and make my way out my room. I sit down and half-heartedly chip away at my homework for a while, feeling like a vulture picking at a particularly unsavory carcass. I know that this is what eats, but it's not sure that it shouldn't be ordering takeout instead. I don't think I could take this, but it's important to get my work done. Now let's see. What was I supposed to be looking over again? I know it's a losing battle, but I fight it anyway. Halfway through my math homework, I put down my pencil down. It isn't working. I need distraction. Unfortunately, my options for distraction is rather slim. I'm not in the mood to read right now. Kenji is unusually out of his room for the moment. And if I go to the student council room, I'll just end up doing work for those two. Heaven only knows where everyone else is except for... Well, I suppose it's an option. I grab my shoes and head for the track. Emmy's probably down there. Track practice is just ending as I arrive at the track. The sun begins to dip low at the sky. Has it really gotten this late already?
What are you doing down here, Hisao? Come spy on me, have you?
I give a shrug, to be honest. I'm not sure why I'm down here. I didn't have anything better to do. I figure that's about right. At the moment, Emmy's the only person I could think of who I could visit.
So, I'm your last resort, am I?
Yes.
Nobody cool around, so I'll go see Emmy. Is that what you thought?
Yes. She actually looks angry. The chance of getting teased of my own presence itself. Actually, yeah, I guess you are.
So...
Emmy pouts, widening her eyes, and gives the maximum amount of puppy dog resemblance. Kidding, I was kidding.
So you're down here to stalk me?
Cough, cough.
This is what I meant by Misha and Emmy's voices will sound the same. The exact same.
I don't realize anything. Cough, cough. Angela, cough, cough. Wait, what? That's not what I meant. Why would I stalk you anyways? It's not like you require stalking. If you're not asleep or in class, you're down here, right? Ami laughs at this comment.
Well, you're not wrong, I suppose. But you forget about eating. Do that too, you know.
I nod, conceding the point.
Plus, I hang out with Bryn sometimes too, so really I might take off some effort to stalk.
What do you two do together anyways? You don't seem to have a lot in common. Alright, words. She puts her hand on her hips and assumes the superior air.
That's what you think. I've got all sorts of hidden hobbies, you know.
Oh really? Like what? Oh right. Amy puts her head on one side and she keeps trying to remember what she's done in her free time.
Well, Ren and I go out shopping sometimes.
I guess that makes sense. Emmy's a girl after all, but Ren?
Is a boy.
Ren's not a boy. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's like Emmy's a girl, but Ren's totally not.
No, Ren's just strange. Ren comes with you?
We usually swing by the art supply store too. Plus, she likes the music store that sells all kinds of weird sounding stuff.
Sounds right about right.
Ren,
Yes.
she says it helps her focus.
That makes a little more sense. I see. Any other hidden hobbies? Emmy wags her finger at me.
Now, why would I go and reveal all my dark secrets to you? We hardly know one another.
Cough, cough.
That sounded like Starlight Glimmer.
Somehow I think it's all that Emmy has in her way of hobbies. Still, I don't think my question's been answered. Even if you do have a few hobbies, I still don't see why you hanging out with Rin so much. I mean, she's kind of weird, isn't she? The comment causes Emmy to laugh out loud.
Ha! That's the understatement of the year.
So why? I mean, you're a lot better at conversation and stuff, so I figured you'd hang out with a lot of people, but I think you've only seen you with Ren. Emmy seems unusually defensive.
Hey, I hang out with plenty of people that aren't Ren. You just don't see me doing it because I'm not in your class.
Makes sense. Okay, but that still doesn't explain why you hang out with Rin. I'm not even sure why I want to know this. 'Cause they're in love. What?
Yes, Lily and Annika are in love, Emmy and Rin are in love, Shizune and Misha are canon in love, and we date Kenji.
God, no.
Perfection.
I guess it's because lunch was so strange. Emmy shrugs, looking at me, looking for a moment very Rinish.
It's because we have similar outlooks.
If you were to ask me the least likely question to my answer, that would be it. What do you mean?
It's like... Okay, Rin paints and stuff, right?
Yes. I'm not sure where she's going.
Well, I run,
And?
and that's why we're similar.
You lost me. Emmy frowns as I'm trying to figure out her answer.
Well, maybe it's that we do things for the same reasons.
Huh?
You know, we follow our passions.
So, you're passionate about running and Rin's passionate about art. Is that it?
Well, sort of. Let me think. Well, Rin explained it to me once, but I don't know how much of it I followed.
Not surprising. I think any explanation for Rin would almost confuse anyone. Because she's a genius!
She says we both chase after an extreme. Like, she's always trying to find a new way to show a particular feeling or something. And I run because the feeling I get from it. And since we don't allow ourselves to be slowed down by anything, we make a connection based on that.
What do you mean slowed down by anything? Emmy looks surprised and points at her legs.
You know, because I'm a runner and Ren's a painter, even without arms. So we respect each other's determination. Maybe we'd remember that you have a disability if the camera would pan down.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we hang out. I feel like the artists were too lazy to draw prosthetics, so they're just like, nah.
It's like we only get one animation, and that's when we get to see it.
I think.
Well, I'm not sure that makes sense to me, but from any sheepish expression, she's not sure about it either.
Honestly, it's something I think, it's not something I think about much. We just get along. I think it's really all that matters.
Mm-hmm. I suppose she's got a point there. Another question strikes me, and since I've got nothing better to do, I ask. So, what's got you into running anyways?
Oh, I've been running since I was really little.
I just have questions and I don't want to ask
Ask them.
about her legs. Is she like... I feel like she lost the landmine.
She was in a car accident 8 years before this.
Okay. Oh no.
My dad was a runner, and so as soon as I could walk, he started teaching me how to run. Her dad's dead.
Oh god.
It was our father-daughter thing, you know? Our own mutual hobby.
A shadow crosses my face and I'm shocked to see her looking. Did something happen between them?
He's dead. Man, I have a lot of time left. Sorry, but I've got to get a few more laps in before I go see the nurse.
She races off around the track, hair streaming into the wind. Seems she's going a lot faster than she was this morning. In her rounds the track, I catch a glimpse of her face. It's much as the same this morning, but her eyes seem to have taken a harder edge. I guess she's right. I don't really know much about her. I watch her run for a while and then stand up and head back to my room.
Hey!
She spots me leaving waves and catches my attention.
Don't forget, same time tomorrow morning, got it?
Got it. I head back to my room. Homework beckons.
I swear to God, none of the other voices bother me except for that one. And we got Emmy's right.
Mm-hmm. Can't sleep. My body's tired. My mind is kept awake staring at the ceiling in the hollow darkness of my room. I gasp desperately for a trend of thought, hoping I can run in my brain to the ground. All I can think of is how I can't think of anything. It's not productive at all. I wonder if it's a side effect of medication, though. It seems odd for it to take so long to show up. Then again, maybe it's just not used to the new surroundings as I like to think. I don't know whatever reason. I'm awake and I shouldn't be. This is ridiculous. Ignoring my body stiffness, I get out of bed and look at my clock. 4 in the morning. Last time I checked it was only 1, so maybe I slept a little. I don't know. I throw on some clothes and head out my room. A walk a walk might do me some good. I'm so surprisingly out chill the air as compared to relative warmth in the day. I can't almost see the breath I wander in the campus, waiting for the sun to come up, or for me to fall asleep. At this point, either option works for me. I found myself on the track where we first met Emmy not out running. I suppose that makes sense, it's too early even for her. The bleacher seats are cold, but at this point I welcome the sensation. The sun starts to show and my face over the horizon, and I know this is an awful uncertainty that I get no sleep tonight. The sun suddenly strengthens rays, starts to warm me up, and I watch the dew on the ground begin to steam slightly. My mind calms down a little. Oh, and I go to sleep. And Emmy wakes me up.
No, it's okay. Never mind. I
Uh,
guess it only does it in Shizune's, because in every single scene in Shizune's, it goes to the Katawa Shoujo logo. Every scene.
Someone shakes me.
Hey, wake up!
Huh? What? Guess I fell asleep after all.
What are you doing here? You're going to catch cold or something.
I rub my eyes and I'm confronted by Emmy, who's bending over with a worried expression. I'm still a little groggy and my response comes out in a mumble. Couldn't sleep, watch the sun come up.
Sounds like something Ren would say.
I shrug, feeling the stiffness coming with sleep in a bunch of a few hours. Is it? I wouldn't know. Emmy grins a little at my somewhat cranky response.
So, couldn't sleep, eh? Obviously, we need to run harder today.
God damn it. Even though it's only known her for only a week, it seems very Emmy-ish response to the problem. Hey, my body has plenty exhausted after yesterday. My mind is just racing, that's all. What the freak is with this accent? Like it's not even mine. It's like,
I
what?
wanted to tell you do your voice for Hisao because I wanted to see how badly your voice would be affected by the voices that I did, because I know in Tokyo Babble, your normal voice goes from normal to insane very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the difference. If you run hard enough, your brain will get tired too.
It's like my voice in real life is very inconsistent.
Yeah.
And the only consistency is when I'm trying to do a voice. You know?
Yeah, that's just similar with me. It's like I have this voice, which is the like, look, I'm a normal human being voice, and then I have my insanity of an accent that I shouldn't have, that I just forget to cover like half the time I'm around people I'm comfortable with. Because if I'm not comfortable with someone, then I don't speak to them. So they don't know what my voice sounds like anyway.
Yeah, you were
But
really
yeah.
quiet for like half of the time. Like when we first met.
I know.
And it's like you don't talk much, and then they're like, oh, what's the thing? Like
Yeah,
you're gonna get kicked out of the server, and then like, no, I could talk.
Yeah, I remember that. And then, like, when I was first playing Overwatch and I first started talking to people, like, Wayne would talk for me.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be talking to someone, and then he'd be like, oh, yeah, this is Angela, and she's my girlfriend, and she doesn't talk. It's just like, okay, thanks. It's like there's a scene in Act 1 where you, or like Hisao, Lily, and Hanako go to a restaurant. And then Hisao orders, and then Lily orders, and then Lily says, and Hanako would like, and that's me. It's like, I don't talk to people I don't know at all. I just stare at them.
I don't know, I find that cute. I'm sorry.
It's like, that's why everyone thinks I'm very polite, because I am polite. I'm not nice, but I'm polite. I'm not kind or affectionate or anything, but I'm polite because I don't say anything.
I'm polite and kind.
I'm actually like a terribly mean person.
You say that, but I don't see it. Maybe just because of me.
Yeah, when I go to California, because I intend on going to California and visiting you at some point, then take me out somewhere and see if you still love me.
Oh. It won't be an issue. I'm seriously questioning the wisdom of doing the first thing in the morning. I don't know if my grades will be able to handle me tiring my brain out like this. Emmy pulls me from the bleachers with surprising strength for someone her size.
Now come on, Hisao, we've got work to do.
I don't actually know if I'm up for this today, to be honest. I mean, I obviously didn't get much sleep, and what sleep I got was on the bleachers. I don't know. Should I really be running? Emmy glares at me. Good heavens.
What are you talking about? Of course you should be running. Everyone should be running.
You wanna run?
No. How else do you expect to work out all the kinks?
You wanna have brisk walks to the park? In the morning? At 3 in the morning? When no one's home?
Like, really?
Yes?
When? Do you live near a park? Because I live, like, right next to a park.
I used to live near a park, and then we moved. So, like, I know where a park is. Because before I could have just walked, because, like...
Big park.
Exactly, it's a park, a skate park. This, like, thing where, like, preschool, a lot of things.
Yeah, you should come visit me then. We can go at 3 in the morning, go walk around the park.
Hey.
Which it might take me like an hour to prepare for, because if we go on long walks, and I have to put on my other brace that I don't like putting on. You've been sleeping on the bleachers, for heaven's sake. Sounds okay.
Well, in my mind it does.
It is romantic. That's the point. I don't get tired.
Or when
will probably just fall down.
Yes, when your legs can't take it anymore. When you're sorry. First thing I thought was when your legs don't work like they used to before. I don't remember the song.
Something. I don't remember the song either. I'm gonna go listen to that song.
Okay. So am I just supposed to do Emmy now?
No.
Okay.
The best way to get the soreness out is to run around a little. Now stop hiding in the bleachers and get down here.
There's no arguing that. I'm pretty sure she'd kill me if I didn't do what she said. I get my feet and hop down to the track. The sun is warming things up rather nicely, I think. Emmy and I begin stretching out, and I find myself once again hard-pressed not to stare. It feels how I had to wake up every day. I might as able to get used to this.
You know, Hisao, it's not polite to stare.
Me. I wasn't swearing, I swear. You just admitted, he admitted he swore in his thoughts. There. Emmy raises an eyebrow and considers me for a minute, as if evaluating my response. It's a brief moment, where I'm afraid for my life. Then she smiles and laughs, shaking off her head slowly.
Honestly, you didn't have to deny it so strenuously.
Okay.
Okay.
In response, I clasp my hands together and go for a change of subject. So, that's enough stretching, right? Emmy gives a casual shrug.
Do you feel stretched? That's how I tell.
Well, I do feel up to the run, if that's what she means. Yeah, I feel ready to go.
Same as yesterday, okay? We'll just run for a mile at a steady pace. Don't worry about going really fast. Just worry about keeping up the pace. Got it?
You're the boss.
And I'll run backwards because this isn't even fun for me.
I feel like I would be the one running backwards because I like doing that.
I just walk.
Yeah, because if I run, and then sometimes if I'm not running fast enough, I run backwards because I run faster backwards. Is that weird?
I just don't run. That's what I do. It's just not run.
Okay. Emmy grins again, and we take off around the track. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. I think I'm gonna die. We're not even done with the first lap and my legs are on fire. My breath is coming on right grasp. I can feel sweat pouring down my brow, and we've only just now rounded the second turn.
Come on, Hisao. You've got 3 more laps to go.
Can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I think I might hurl. We're on the second lap. Emmy's not even sweating. Now, can she do this so effortlessly? For some reason, I'm still moving. She's like a machine. Third lap. What's happened to the second?
Almost there, Hisao.
Liar.
She's just turning around and she's jogging backwards and she's like, you can do this.
Liar. We've got another 2. Nothing can be done. I can't do this. Emmy whirls around and begins running backwards. Of course she is. Her face is a mask of our anger that surprises me.
Never say that. If you say that, you've already lost.
I've already lost.
Keep moving. If you're alive, you can keep moving, damn it.
Alright, I'll die right now. Whoa, language. We're both on the 4th lap now. She really seems to want me to keep going. Legs, move, move, move. They feel so sluggish. I'm in mud, or molasses, or tar.
Yeah,
I can't go on.
She wants them to keep going because it's like a thing with her past where she was like the only thing that saved her was the fact that she kept moving. Like that's the point. Because she wanted to know.
With her actual legs, and then her legs were slowly decaying, and then she ran, and then she got to a hospital, and then they had to tear off her legs because they were no longer useful.
No.
Okay, sorry. I have a vivid horrible imagination of the most horrible things that could go on with a person. Half of the leg is being torn off, and then she's trying to move while her leg is still being torn. It's like okay, she has to adjust her leg while keep moving, and then just getting to the hospital, and then they're saying, okay, we can't do anything about this, so we have to cut off the legs.
It's because her dad died, and then her legs got amputated, and she thought that she was just gonna give up, but she kept moving, and that was her whole thing, was that she had to keep moving, and she recovered in a month, and then she was just off running.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what distracted her, and that's why she's kept up this happiness, other than someone else whose parents died, who ended up a little train wreck like me.
The Hanako?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been this Hanako.
Oh. That kind of sounds like the thing what's this is what you could have been, but you're not because you're you. But it's still you. It's just an alternate world view of you. This is what you could have been. I'll go on.
You could have been happy Hanako. Final stretches now. Give it all you've got.
I put my legs as fast as they could go. They keep refusing to obey my commands. Somehow I keep moving. Somehow I finish.
That's it, Hisao. I knew you had it in you.
Watch me do even worse next time. The anger Emmy showed a lap ago is gone, replaced with pride. She's positively radiant, like she just won the gold medal or something. I stagger to a stop and fall to my hands and knees, gasping for air. My heart is pounding far harder than it had been a long time ago. I don't think this has done this since. Oh my gosh, it's happening! Oh god. Please slow down, heart. Yes. Just slow down, stop racing. Yes!
Why do you want her to die?
I'm sadistic. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't really care if he dies or not.
Well, that's your thing, which is great.
I care if Hanako dies, and I swear to God, I am not going to have that with you. I'm just gonna step out for that bit.
So I'm gonna need you to, like, that's I was gonna tell you that. Hey, can you, like, when I kill Hanako off, can you, like, go
I'm gonna
away?
get you a replacement for that scene.
No. I'll say the Hanako bits until, like, and then I'll, like, message us like, hey, it's over. You can come back now, and then, like, we finish it.
Hmm. I can't handle that.
And handle what now?
Killing off Hanako, because you know, like Lily, you're gonna have to voice as well because Lily chews him out when he kills her. Or that was the beta. I don't remember what was the beta. I watched Hanako die in the beta. I don't know.
What do you mean you
I think
watched
she
it die in
still
the beta?
dies.
You mean you
Well,
played the beta?
No, I watched gameplay of the beta. I'm pretty sure she still dies in the bad ending though.
Hmm. Strange. I cough, and for some reason, I feel a grin cross my face. So this is how I'm gonna die, huh?
Yes.
Trying to stay healthy. How ironic. I'm ready to give up right there. My heart is going down. But then I feel my heart slow down. My two hands grab under my arms and tuck upwards. I look up and see Emmy standing over me with a mixture of delight and worry.
On your feet. Come on, you'll never catch your breath that way.
Somehow I manage to stand. I try to raise my hands over my head, but they feel like lead. I start walking around the track while Emmy keeps close to me, like she's afraid I'd fall over or something. She may not be far off. Feel terrible to say so. Emmy laughs.
But you finished, didn't you?
Tough. Almost did it.
You said you couldn't, but you did. Isn't that worth it?
I'm not sure, and I don't have to breathe to say so. But the small grin I felt on my face earlier hasn't left. So, what if my heart's weak? I still survived this morning. Damn it. Maybe I'll survive tomorrow too. We'll see about that. As soon as it becomes apparent that I'm not going to suddenly kneel over, Emmy takes off on her sprints. I don't know how the hell she manages to sprint while running a mile, but I guess she's so much better shape than me. Once again, as I walk around the track, I can't help watching Emmy sprint. It's weird, but she's a different person when she's pushing herself. Last time I noticed her eyes, but this time her mouth that catches my attention. She's not wearing her normal grin. She's still smiling, but there's a tightness to it. It's almost grim, like she's fighting a losing battle but doesn't care. She seems to run harder, like she did yesterday. Sweat had started to pour down her face, but she keeps going. Her mouth finally opens. She can no longer get enough air through her nose. She passes to me once more, legs pumping, arms swinging in time, and her lips slightly parted. She looks beautiful. After we've both taken some laps around the track to cool down, Emmy changes back to her usual self. The transformation I saw in her is gone.
Not bad today, Sal.
There's almost admiration in her voice. What do you mean? I could have stopped if you hadn't yelled at me. Emmy's color is a little, seeming embarrassed at her outburst.
Sorry about that. I just can't stand to see people give up. Especially about something like this. say she doesn't like having people give up. Saying I can't go on is silly when you're obviously going on while you're saying it.
Did you say that's you? Or who? Me?
What? No, I said, see, she doesn't like seeing people quit because she's like, boy, I am fine. Get your act together.
Okay.
That's what this is all about.
What? Saying silly things. Emmy sticks her tongue out at me.
Idiot. I mean, showing that you're alive.
Knowing I'm alive, huh? I didn't know I had to be so painful, but it feels pretty good despite that.
Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I need to stop this. Stop. Stop it. Stop it, Angela. Besides, this one is one of the hardest days.
What do you mean?
Whenever you start a workout, it's difficult the first day, really hard the second day, and then the third day is easier. You'll still get the days that are really hard, but they'll pop up less and less.
So, this will eventually be easier, huh?
Yeah, of course. I need to read this whole thing over again. But then you have to increase the difficulty or you'll never get ahead. You'll just get complacent and you'll lose the sense of accomplishment. You typing?
Nope. So, I'll have to find to copy something.
You
So,
should copy it so that I can read this.
no. So, I have to run more than just 4 laps, huh?
Yep, but not for a while. You'll have to be careful, you know.
A thought strikes at me and her face lights up.
Got it?
Got what?
You can come with me to see the nurse. That way you won't fall over dead or anything.
How charming. What? When?
Right now, of course. You'll need a shower and everything, right? We don't have much time then.
Grabbing my hand, she's off, pulling me off along with her. My goodness. But you're in a hurry today, aren't you, Emmy? I have no idea how we got here to the nurse's office so fast, but here we are. The nurse grins at Emmy. It seems to be completely ignoring me. You've got plenty of time to take a shower and get to class, you know. There's no need to run the hallways like that. I could hear you coming a mile away. Somehow it doesn't seem like he's actually scolding Emmy at all. It's like this sort of routine between the two of them. Emmy does a passionate imitation of remorse.
I'm sorry, I won't ever do it again.
Sure. The nurse and Emmy both laugh at the private joke. Suddenly it seems that he notices me. Oh, hello, Hasao. What brings you here? Well, It goes way too fast. Well, I've been...
Hisao's officially joined me on my morning runs.
I start to explain, but Emmy cuts me off.
I thought he might need to visit you so that he doesn't die or anything.
Mm-hmm. The nurse
She knows where he lives.
What?
Oh my god. No, never mind.
Mm-hmm. The nurse raises his eyebrow to mock her. Yes, that would be certainly put me out of the job fast, wouldn't it? Well, then, Hasao, let's have a look at you. Lift up your shirt, would you? I'm suddenly very conscious for the fact that Emmy's in the room with me and I blush in spite of myself. The nurse seems to sense my discomfort, but it only seems to amuse him. Of course it does.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to Shizune's route, he learns sign language, and then you get her, like, what she's saying spelt out with brackets around it. So, do you want me to voice her, or...
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you want to make animal sounds.
She talks a lot.
So basically that, unless you want me to do it.
Yeah, sure, you can do it. I'll just be Misha.
Just be Misha. I was like, yes. So what Shizune just said was, a bit shy, are we? He makes an apologetic bow to Emmy. Sorry, Emmy. I tried to get you a free show, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Emmy stiffens slightly and fires a look of annoyance to him.
You're an asshole.
Emmy bows to me apologetically.
I'll wait outside. Okay,
I begin to stamp her, and it's not really a big deal. She doesn't have to leave, but she's already out the door, and the nurse laughing as she watches her go. Still got it, huh? I don't follow. He laughs again, and he's on some joke over my head. I can still get her flustered. It's a competition of sorts. We've been having ongoing for a while now. Sounds incredibly sinister to me, and it seems as the nurse realizes that too. I'm pretty sure they have an affair. They just can't say it. That sounds a lot worse than it actually is. Come to think of it. I wasn't gonna say anything. No, you're right. I should fill you in. And so you don't get the wrong idea. I'm actually relatively new, you see. I got hired on the same year Emmy started going here. Before that, I was working on Emmy during the initial rehabs, following her accident. Hold on, what? We had to amputate her legs after a really nasty car wreck. It's nearly killed her and seceded. He shuts up abruptly. I blink and receive an unexpected piece of news. Well, it's not my place to say, anyways. We've known each other for quite a while. So, we had a slightly more familiar relationship than a strictly professional. He seems embarrassed, like he's done something stupid. I guess he's really worried about that. I wave my hand to let him know that it's not a big deal. Don't worry, sir. I promise I won't. I'm going to be discreet. I had been worrying about what caused Emmy to lose her legs, and that was one of the scenarios I had thought of. Okay, that is not one of the scenarios I thought of. I thought of 3 scenarios, and they were all terrible. Like, they were way worse.
What were they? Please explain.
I told you about the landmine, right?
Yes.
And then I told you about, like... Sorry. Basically, most of my scenarios involve her almost dying. Which is
God,
like...
I'd love to hear you, figure out how Shizune went deaf.
Shizune went...
I don't think she was born deaf.
What?
She wasn't born deaf.
I don't know why, but like... I'm horrible, and my first thought is, they were all in the Vietnam War.
Oh my god.
I was like, Shizune got like stunned by like those like flash bombs that go "Beep!" in your ear.
Oh my god. Okay, thank God that Rin had birth defects and Lily was born blind, because if not, I swear...
Yeah,
they're not all in the Vietnam War.
They were all in the Vietnam War.
Well, I mean, Hanako, yeah, she has PTSD, so she was in the Vietnam War.
They were all in the war. The war Kenji was afraid of so much. They were all veterans.
By teenage girls.
Mm-hmm. They were in the war when they were 10, 4, 5. I don't know.
They were in the war when they were 2,
Yes, there we go.
8, and 10.
Yes, perfect.
I know the age of all their accidents. Just ignore me.
I was just putting up random numbers and like hopefully anything. I've been wondering what the cause of. I read this already. There are really so many ways it could have happened, but actually hearing about the facts, it seems a little shocking.
Oh, also, Shizune's family didn't know she was deaf for 12 years.
How?
They just thought she was stupid and wouldn't talk to them.
That's fucked up.
And then they finally took her to a doctor and they were like, she's completely deaf. And they're like, oh, well, I guess we'll send her to Yamako now because we can't do anything with her. And they still don't know sign language.
That's messed up. I was like, oh, you're just a stupid child. And I'm like, oh, like, do you not see what she does? She's like pretty smart. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't like her family anymore. Or I don't like her family.
I told you, her dad is terrible. Like, terrible. Have fun voicing him, because he's also like 8 feet tall and carries a sword around.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, you want me to do that voice for him?
Yes.
Well, thanks. You're a good kid, Hasao. I see why Emmy became friends with you. She's quite the indomitable, you know. What do you mean? You didn't see her learning to walk. She'd go for much longer than others in the hospital. She refused to quit. Normally, it takes years to get to the point where she can even think about running again. Emmy did it all with about a year. It almost seems proud of her, like a father who watches his daughter win a competition or something. You know why I'm coughing?
Yeah,
Did you say you can't say? You know you... Okay. Hell.
I feel like he's Emmy's father. That's what I feel like.
Is he?
I don't think so. Unless I fell asleep. No.
That would be horrible if he was Emmy's father, because like something terrible happens to Emmy's father. That I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's dead.
Yes. How did you
But
know?
I feel like this guy had an affair with Emmy's mother, and he's really Emmy's father.
Yeah, he's this true dad. Like not the person that is his, with quotation marks. Hell, she'd probably done it even faster if not for the fact that we wouldn't let her. Wouldn't let her? Why not? Because she'd go so far along with her legs, she'd become bleeding where she met her prosthetics. It's a real concern. That's why she comes every day after she runs. Say nothing of risk of infection in her legs. We get cut up and her prosthetics are dirty. But enough about that. If you don't get on your way soon, Emmy will think we're up to something. As he says this, he gives me a wick and begins checking my heartbeat. The stethoscope is too cold. He really should have heated it up or something before he used it. After a few moments, he leans back satisfied. Well, you sound pretty good to me, Hasao. You didn't have any chest pains while you were running, did you? Cough, cough, we did. No, not really. I had some trouble catching my breath, though, and my heart was racing in the end, too. The nurse frowns as I say this, but then shrugs. It's probably just 'cause you're out of shape, but if you don't improve, then you should let me know, okay? Don't push yourself too much, and of course, if you have any chest pains, come to me immediately, right? I put my shirt back on, and the nurse leans out of the doorway and calls in Emmy.
What took you so long? Now I'm gonna be late.
Oh, you could have took a shower while this happened, but okay. The nurse gives me a significant look. I was just seducing Hasao, that's all.
What? Come on. What have I told you about seducing my friend?
It's like this isn't the first time. I didn't
Oh, is this gonna... Never mind. I definitely haven't been playing mine this entire time.
I know you've been playing yours the entire time.
Like, look at this. Look at what I've done.
Let me get on. Oh gosh. Hello.
Yeah, you get to voice that person.
Yeah, I know. As expected, Emmy is shocked as instead of seeming annoyed, scolding the nurse as if it were a child stealing cookies. Meanwhile, I try hard not to blush at nurse's innuendo. I'll try not to do it again, though. I fear young Cassell may have lost the female gender forever. Not freaking likely. Unless we're with Kenji. I didn't mean to say it like that out loud, but both of other nurses and Emmy regarded me for a moment before bursting into laughter again.
Told you he was funny, didn't I?
I guess Emmy does talk to the nurse about a lot of stuff. Well, Hisao, you should probably get moving. You still need a shower before class starts, don't you? Crap, he's got a point. Looks like I got only half an hour. Thanks for your
Oh my
time.
god.
Hmm?
You got told that women aren't allowed in the boys' dorms.
What are you talking about? Oh, Hisao?
His brother.
Oh. Who, Kenji?
Nope, Shizune's brother.
Shizune told Shizune's brother?
No, one of the staff told him that girls aren't allowed in the boys' dorms.
What did he say?
He said, "I'm not a girl."
I just like
And
wearing
he's
girls'
like-
clothes.
No. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Then why does he wear girls' clothes?
It's not girls' clothes.
He's got a skirt!
I think it's shorts.
It's shorts.
It's shorts.
It looks like he has a girl's uniform.
It does, but
Hmm. Let's agree to disagree.
yes.
Thanks for your time. I'll see you later, Emmy. I dash out the room and the nurse began to remove Emmy's prosthetics. As I head down the hallway, I could barely hear the voices drifting after me. Emmy, you got to be more careful. I make it back to my room and shower in record time. It occurs to me that I've already been up 4 hours and the class hasn't even started yet. This is gonna be a really, really long day. I hope I don't fall asleep in class. Asleep in class.
Wait, real quick. This is what Shizune's father looks like.
Oh God! Yeah. Just give him the most manliest. You're all gonna die. Kinda like that. You mind if I give him this voice? Or should I just straight up go Reinhardt? Reinhardt? Reinhardt or this one? Which one do you prefer?
Probably the not Reinhardt.
Alright, so this one. This
Mhm.
Alright. The morning sunlight streaming through the window wakes me up. Wake me up before you go. Instead of taking my alarm, and I realize it must be Sunday. Emmy has kindly designed to give me the weekends off and the morning runs. I don't actually know if I woke up all yesterday or if I just slept through the entire day. My legs groan in protest. I liver myself out of bed. All this running has really taken it out of me. Still, I can't deny that Emmy wasn't lying to me. It's gotten a little too easier. I've been worrying that the runs would start to wear out my nerves, but thus far I haven't minded that much. Well, it's only been a week. I suppose there's plenty of time for me to start dreading the sound of an alarm in the morning. Not that I would ever skip out now. As Emmy said, it's hard to stop a routine when there's a person. And frankly, I don't think I'm well equipped with a disappointed Emmy. It's probably give those puppy dog eyes, and I feel terrible about myself. Which reminds me, wasn't I supposed to be somewhere today? She's in there. Damn it.
Hey, you're coming to my track meet on Sunday, right? What am I talking about? Of course you are. Right?
Those puppy dog eyes again. Of course I'm going. I owe you, right?
Exactly, so don't forget, okay?
I feel like he's remembering this wrong.
Oh my god, this dude is such a dick.
Of course he is.
Okay. He told Hisao to tell Shizune that if she needs something, she has to call him. And then Hisao's like, I think emails would be easier. And then he says, I'm not going to read emails on my phone. If she won't speak, she can call her brother. I suppose if I have to be reached, you would have to call me, or the other girl who would have to call me. Actually, all three of you can just call her brother.
Oh, fuck that dude. That is like, I hate him. That's like, ugh.
I don't think he thinks she's deaf.
I think he just doesn't care.
Stupid.
You know what I think? Melody.
Oh god.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong though?
We were trying to find your character.
Uh-huh. We found our character. Am I wrong though?
No, you're not.
Crap, Emmy's tracked me. I better get a move on if I don't want to miss her running, since she's the only reason I've been considering going. You don't see me, but I'm doing the little, like, arm movements. Don't understand thing. Otherwise, they would defeat the whole purpose of going. As soon as I find myself quiet, suddenly surrounded by a crowd of people, all turning to see their track team competing in another school like this one. I admit, it's almost comforting to know we're not the only school like this. After you see that there are 2 schools with a bunch of defective kids, well, wow, I can't believe you call it that, Zao. I'm offended. You stop being so defective. Stop saying defective. You also stop feeling unique, which in most cases would be a bad thing, but in this case, it sure hell isn't. It's part of Yamaku's appeal, I guess. Learn that you're not unique. Hell, there's a lot others who would kill to be saddled up with your problems instead of whatever you're dealing with. Some of the kids here aren't there because they're missing a leg or have a heart condition. Some of them are here because they're as good as dead in 2, maybe 3 years if they're lucky. The guy in the back seat with the face. The one that looked like he was already dead.
Some of them are here for mental health problems. Talking about you, Hanako. You shouldn't be at the school, Hanako.
Yeah, she technically she does have a. Would you not consider burns a thing? No.
It was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but still, lots of people had their legs cut off like years ago. What do you mean? Meow.
I'm sorry if I don't consider scars a disability.
I've got it's not, but I have scars. Everyone has scars, but like, I don't know. Yeah, let's go with that. And only if we get.
She's there because she can't go anywhere else. But
Okay. Ow. I mean, bless you.
let me turn the gain all the way back up and do that again.
Oh no. And that's only if they get the right sort of care. It's a bitter sort to comfort and say, well, at least I've got a chance of being alive through college, but there is it. I'm brought out to rather morbid musing by an appearance of Red near the entrance of the bleachers.
You came.
Of course, I said I would, wouldn't I? Didn't I?
That doesn't necessarily imply that you had to follow through.
Look, she's smiling. That means she likes it.
That's smiling?
Okay, then.
Oh, she's smiling.
Did you just get really close to your computer and say, oh, that is smiling? I feel like that's what you did.
Yes. Lots of people say things they don't mean, and...
Now she's disappointed. Oh. Well, I don't. Rin shrugs, seemingly bored with that conversation, then turns her heels and heads back towards the stand.
I only make money now.
She does not believe us one bit. She must think we're a conspiracy. I was like, ah, god damn
This
it.
is how Emmy pays for her lunch, is with this money.
Why is that?
I didn't think you'd show up. Emmy did.
Of course, Emmy forced me into this. Of course I showed up.
I owe her 500 yen.
So it's like 50 cents? Or is that like 5 cents?
It's like $5.
No, 5,000 is like $5.
Oh,
This would be like 50
So, like-
cents.
50 cents then.
Yep. You two bet an awful lot, don't you? Another shrug from an armless companion.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Just every day, of course. That's not a lot. Now twice.
Just, like once every day.
Yeah, twice every day. Now that's a lot.
And it's only about you, so it's fine.
It's fine. We entered the bleachers and Rin nods upwards.
Up there. I came to see if you'd come.
For the bed, I presume. Rin leads the way, and soon we've settled down an almost empty bench. Oh,
Oh, it's her mother. Oh, frick, it's her mother.
cough, cough.
Someone else.
There's an older woman sitting next to Rin. Someone's mother, I assume. She's
She
got.
doesn't even look old.
She looks like a MILF. MILF. Let's get Melanie to see if she wants to voice.
I don't think she will, but sure, ask her again.
Hey, wants to join our stream little bit? Question mark.
Like right now for one character, and then you can leave.
Alright, let's gonna ask some.
Okay. But-
Hey, are you? I'm like, hey, I'm being as awkward as possible.
I can ask some people if you want, but
Mhm.
like if not, I'll just voice her. It's fine.
It's fine. Hey, can you voice a meal? I wonder how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna keep sending that to people.
I would prefer it to be Melanie, but
Like, ha 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 ha. Hey, can you? Come on. And no response. Okay, cool. Let's move on. She's got rather long hair done up in a braid. On seeing Rin, she gives her an oddly familiar seeming grin. It's already happened.
all right. What do you want?
You wanna be like super chipper?
Like Mission Emmy?
Let me see who else is on. Need a girl.
Girl. Abby. Maybe she's not busy. She's playing Overwatch though. Gosh, shut the door.
Who do I have? I need people. Come on.
I'm gonna have to go in a minute, actually.
Okay, you want me to end it here?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna end it here. We'll figure out how to do this next time. Save. Yes. Of course. Continue. Return. Main menu. Yes. We'll see you next time. We'll end this stream now, and bye. We're naming the next one